Good morning, guys. Welcome to the class Math 1513 003 College Algebra. My name is Dr. Ram Saranadhikari. I am your instructor for this course. I'm very excited and I'm very happy to be your instructor. So I have an office in the library building, room number 112, and my email ID is also given over there, radhikari@rsu.edu. So if you have any questions, if you have any concerns about the course, so you can email me, and I'll reply your email within 24 hours, okay? So, but when you write an email, you write your name, you include your name and the class name. Like this is Math 1513 College Algebra, right? So you have to write down like your name and Math 1513 and your section number, okay? So that will make my life way easier. You know what I mean? I teach a lot of classes, a lot of courses, so I can easily identify in which class and in which section you are in. Okay? Does that make sense? And then I have office hours. Let me scroll down that one, okay. Okay. So Monday, right after the class, we have a class on Tuesday, right? So Monday, 11:30 to 1 p.m. and Tuesday, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. and Wednesday, 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. and Thursday, 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Okay, or if this time does not work for you, you can make an appointment. Okay, and I'll be more than happy to help you. If you have any questions, just let me know. Okay, we will work together. Okay. And then, so this is the phone number for the Claremore campus, and I have also put like the physical science office information for the Claremore campus, and this is the phone number for the office, main office, department, main office, and so I think like all of you have a computer. I hope so. If you do not have a computer, then you can use the computer at RSU. If you go to the library, you can have access to the computer. And for the technical skills, you know how to use my RSU. You should be able to use like a blackboard, okay? And you should be able to read and follow the instruction, open more than one application at a time, okay? And then you need to know how to use MyLab Math, the Pearson MyLab Math. So I'll talk about that more, okay, in a little bit, okay? So, so we use MyLab Math Learning Management System for the homework, quiz, and exams. Okay, so do you know about the MyLab Math? You do know? Okay, you don't know that? Okay, so we'll explain that, okay, just after a few minutes, okay? So, okay, so you need to be able to use like my RSU, MyLab Math, right, and Blackboard. So these are very easy, okay? So if you have any technical problem, you can contact RSU Technical Support, and the email ID and the phone number I have put in my syllabus, okay? And if you have any Any issues with the MyLab Math, you have to contact MyLab Math technical support. Okay? A math help. So we have a in-person tutoring and as well as the online tutoring, tutor.com. Okay, so you can have access to the tutor.com at any time. So it is 24/7. Okay, it will be open 7 days in a week, 24 hours. Okay, so this is online tutoring. Let's say you work during the daytime, right, and you have some homework or assignment to be done by the, to be done. So you can just let's say you want to do your assignment at 1 p.m. 1 a.m. in the morning. So still you can have access to that. Okay, and then for the in-person tutoring, I think in the library building, on the first floor, I think like it's on the library building, we have a in-person tutoring, and it will be available Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, so it is in the library building, room number 116. Okay. So, do you have any questions so far? No? So this is the course description. Okay, when you go home, read that. And this is the textbook we are going to use. Okay, college algebra. This is the 12th edition, right? And the ISBN number is given. So, MyLab Math. If you have access to the MyLab Math, you will have access to the digital copy of the electronic textbook, e-text, okay? So if you feel comfortable with the digital copy of the textbook, you don't have to buy the hard copy. Okay, so you can make maybe $100. I think for the access code, it cost maybe between like 75 and 85, maybe 79, 80, something like that if you purchase that online. Okay? But if you buy hard copy of the textbook with the access code, it may cost like about $200. So let me say that again, okay? So if you feel comfortable with digital copy of the textbook, which is available in MyLab Math, you do not have to buy the what? Physical copy of the textbook. Did that make sense? Okay. So this is that, and so this is the SLO, okay? This is the learning outcomes. And you read that when you back home, okay? So there are so many things. I don't want to waste time. Now, we will cover chapter 1 to 5 of the textbook. Chapter 1 to 5, okay? And we will do every communication using RSU email. Okay, you check your email. And do not reply, do not write any email using your, like individual email like Gmail or Hotmail or Yahoo. I will not reply that email. So you have to write me an email using your RSU email. Does that make sense? Okay. And like I told you before, access to the MyLab Math is required. If you do not have access to MyLab Math, you will not pass this class. You will not pass this course. Okay? So you must have access to MyLab Math. And so you see, we will meet 2 days in a week, Tuesday and Thursday, right? And so there will be a lecture, okay? And then there are like a lot of online tools available in MyLab Math. You'll have access to the PowerPoint slides, okay, in MyLab Math. You'll have access to the videos, very nice videos, right? And then you'll also have access to some type of notes, okay? So there are so many resources available in MyLab Math. I'll show you later, okay? So, and this is a password protected website. And let me show you like how to, register to MyLab Math, okay? So let me show you here real quick. So first of all, you have to use this link, okay? This is the www.mymathlab.com. It is also given in the syllabus, okay? So maybe what did I make here? So www.mymathlab.com. Yeah. So I think I put that in my syllabus. Where is that is? You see, this. Use this link. You just click here. And this syllabus is available in Blackboard, okay? When you go to the Blackboard, right? When you click on your course, so you'll have access to this syllabus. And I'll email you after the class, okay? So now you click here. You see that, right? This link. So when you click here, yeah, you see that? And then you are a student, is that right? So now you have to click here. Register, you need access, right? You see that student tab here? You click here. That makes sense? And then you will remind me later. Okay. So you will need 3 things to get started. So what are these 3 things? You need your email address. Use your RSU email address. Okay? And then you need instructor's course ID. It is given in the syllabus. Okay? So I can show you here. Look here, the instructor course ID is, what is that? Hold on a second, okay? You see that? So your instructor's course ID is right here. Did you see that? See that? So you need your email ID. You need your instructor's course ID, which is Adhikari 32848. You see that, right? And then what you need next is an access code. So you have to purchase, you have to buy access code. If you want to buy hard copy of the textbook, but that is not required, you know what I mean? That is optional. You don't have to buy hard copy of the textbook. If you want to buy, it is up to you, right? So the access code will come with the textbook. On the back side of the textbook, there will be access code if you buy textbook. If you do not buy textbook, and if you want to purchase access code online, then you have to use your credit card or you have to use your PayPal. So you can purchase access code, right, by using your credit card or using PayPal. Does that make sense? Okay, so now Your instructor course ID, let's say, okay, so if you have these three things available, if you have these three things available, you click here, okay, register now, you see that, right? You'll see that. And now, so you have to put here course ID. You see that? So what is the course ID? Let me copy from here, okay? Yeah. So your course ID is this. So let me copy and paste here. Copy and paste here. And you continue to register. Now you need to sign in. If you do not have an account, you have to create one. Does that make sense? If you do have the Pearson account, you don't have to create, you can use that one. But if you do not have Pearson account, you have to create. Are you with me? Okay. So now let's say, for example, you don't have a money right now to purchase the access code, for example, right? You can buy, so you can have temporary access code. You don't have to pay money right now. But that access code only lasts for 2 weeks, for 14 days. Are you with me? If you do not have money now, right, you still have access to the what? MyLab Math. Because they will give you temporary access code. And that access code only lasts for 14 days. So within a 14 days, you have to pay and you have to purchase. Does that make sense?
So we have 2 weeks for a paycheck to come in?
What's that?
So we have 2 weeks for a paycheck to come in?
Uh-huh. Any questions so far, guys? So far, so good? Okay. So, now look here. Let me download this, okay? It's going to be good for you. Okay. So I also wrote down in the syllabus. I have also put in the syllabus how to register in MyLab Math. So you read the syllabus. If you have any difficulty to registering in MyLab Math, I put down somewhere here. You see that? You see the instruction. So to register in MyLab Math, you will need the following. Your registration code. There are 4 options for registering. The registration code means access code, okay? And use the code found on the MyLab Math card in front of your book that you purchased new from the RSU bookstore. Purchase only the MyLab Math card at the bookstore. Purchase MyLab Math access directly at the site given below. Register with temporary access at the site given below. So site given below means here, like you see that, this is the site. Are you with me? So everything is written clearly in the what? Syllabus. Okay, guys? And now, basically, I will evaluate, I will assess you by homework, right? By quiz and exams. And I told you homework, quizzes, and exams will be will be in the MyLab Math. Okay? So I don't know the exact number of homework, maybe 15 to 20, between 15 and 20 homework. There will be 4 quizzes, and every quiz will be right before the what? Midterm exams. Are you with me? There will be a quiz right before the midterm exams. So that quiz, you'll have at least 3 attempts. You can try that 3 times, at least. And the highest score will go to the grade book. You see what I mean? Right? And if you do better on the quiz, it is highly likely you will do better on the exam. Then you understand what I mean, right? So how many quiz will be there? 4. And we have a 3 in-class exam. 3 in-class exam. And 1 cumulative, comprehensive final exams. So the final exam evaluate you. Final exam assess you from day 1 to day end. Okay? It is comprehensive. It is cumulative. Okay? So I encourage you to submit, to turn in your homework at least 1 day before the what? Due date. So do not wait until what? Last minute, right? So it's not better to work in the 11th hour, right? But anything can happen. So work early, as work as early as possible. I mean, it's a good habit. You know what I mean? So if you wait until like last minute, so that's not a good idea. You know. So and the homework, for the homework, you will get the feedback immediately. Like if you do the homework, right? If you made a mistake, if you did it wrong, they will penalize you. You will get 0, right? If you do it right, you will get the full mark. So it will be graded by the what? Computer. Okay? Okay, so I talked about the quiz, right? I told you there will be 4 quizzes and you'll have at least 3 attempts, right, for the quiz. And I also talked about exams, 3 in-class exams and the cumulative final exams. And this is the tentative class schedule. I'll try to follow that. I'll try to stick on that. But there are so many factors that affect the pace of the class. And the grading and scale. So there is a 25% weight for homework. Okay, 10% weight for quiz. 45%. 45%. You know what I mean, right? So the quiz counts 10% towards the final grade. Right? Homework counts 25% towards the final grade. 3 in-class exam, each count 15% towards the final grade. So they are equally weighted. Exam 1 counts 15%, exam 2 counts 15%, exam 3, third exam, are you guys with me? And then the final exam, which is comprehensive and cumulative, it will count 20% towards the final grade. Make sense? Okay. And then if you get more than 90, more than or equal to 90, or greater than or equal to 90, whatever, right? That's the grade A. If you get, greater or equal to 80, but less than 90, that's the, this is the standard grading, right? And most of the professors, I'm not saying like all of the professors, but most of the professors, they use like this type of grading scale, right? So, are you guys with me? If you get like a less than 60, so that's the failing grade, right? F. And so there are no opportunities for extra credit in this course. And I'll give you like exam 1 on the February 9, exam 2 March 9, and third midterm exams, exam 3. So exam 3, I mean like a third midterm exam, okay? On April 13. And the final examination will be maybe on Thursday, I don't know, maybe May 11 from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. in this class. Okay? So today, the first day of the class, right? The spring semester begins today, is that right? And we have a fall break, we have a spring break, March 13 to 17. And May 5 is the last day of instruction. And so there is a typo, okay, that is exactly May 8 to May 12 is the what? Final week. Okay? So the last day to withdraw with the grade W from the class is April 14, 2023. Okay? So now, if a student's like who stop participating in the class, right? And the participating in the course and fail to withdraw from the class. So he or she will get F grade. You see what I'm talking, right? So now, this is a math class. This is college algebra. Do you like math? Right? This is but you guys know that if you work hard, if you are very, very motivated to learn something, if you are honest with you, then this course is not as hard as you think. You know what I mean? But because you need to work hard. There is no free lunch, right? You see what I'm talking, right? So you have to do something to get something. Right? So now the thing is this, guys. You need to develop positive attitude. This is the most important thing. So you have to start, like thinking very positive, and you have to say, hey, I can do it, I can make it, from the day one. Never get frustrated, because this is math. If you do not like it, it's going to be a little bit hard for you, or a little bit, you know what I mean? But you can do it, you can make it. I have a confidence. I believe you, I trust you. You can easily do better on this class. But you have to, think very positive, and you have to work hard. And you have to be honest with yourself. You know that, right? Nobody can lie themselves, right? You know what I mean? I cannot lie myself. So at least you have to work at least 19 hours. It depends upon your pace. It depends upon your mathematical background. But I encourage you to work at least 9 hours every week. Make sense? Now you guys are very, very lucky. You know why? You have a lot of resources. A lot of resources. You know what I mean? You have videos in My Lab Math. You have a class, lecture class. Right? The professor, I am your professor, and I will teach you. And if you have any questions, you can immediately ask with me. So you have that opportunity. And you have online tutoring, tutor.com. And then let's say you don't like online tutoring, you have also access to the in-person tutoring. Right? Go to the room number 116 in the library, STL, library building. You know the library building, you know that, right? Then you will have access to the in-person tutoring. On the top of that, I have my office hours. Right? It's in the syllabus. Right after the class, you can follow me, right? And we can go to my office. You can go to my office. We can work together. So the only thing we need is we need to have a determination. We need to have Positive attitude, positive thinking. The habit of never giving up. We need to have a greed, right? To do something better. Every day try to do better, 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 better. Then you can reach the goal. Stay on the track, never give up. Right? Then you can reach the destination. Am I making sense? So nothing is impossible in this universe. Everything is possible. We can do it. We can make it. Okay? So now, from day one, you promise yourself, I will do better in this class. You promise yourself. And every day, be honest with that promise. And every day, you guys work hard, try to do better tomorrow than today. Every day, you try to do better, better, better. Keep up with your promise. Never give up. If you give up, everything is gone. Right? And the life, the progress, the path of progress is bumpy. You guys know that, right? So you will have the graph of the progress will not be the what? A straight line with a positive slope. No, there will be so many up and down, up and down. You have to understand that. Sometimes, let's say in a quiz, you didn't do right, you didn't do that much better. Or in the exam, let's say on the first exam, you don't do, good, that much good, but you don't have to what? You don't have to stress out. You have to think very positive, and you try to do better on the what? Second exam or third exam. You know what I mean? On the final. So I can guarantee you, I am 99.9% confident, if you work hard, you will be successful not only in this course. Any classes, any courses you are taking at RSU, from the day one, let's promise, okay? You can do it, you can make it. It's not a rocket science, guys. The only thing we need is your hard work, your dedication, your motivation, your positive attitude, your positive thinking. Okay? So from today onward, okay, from today onwards, we will always think positive. We will try, we will do very, very hard work to make the semester productive and what? Fruitful. Okay? So now these are the keys to the success, okay? At least work 9-10 hours at least, okay? Every week. So, you guys know the academic integrity, right? You know about like so you guys must be familiar with the Students' Code of Conduct, and you cannot. I mean, like basically, you cannot cheat. You know what I mean? So you will be penalized. You will be punished if you do what? Bad thing. Do not cheat. Do not claim other people's work as what? Your work. Never say that. Never do that. Okay? And if you have any kind of disabilities, just let me know. I will be more than happy to work with you, okay? Just let me know if you have any concerns, any questions, okay? And we will work together. You are not alone here. I am with you. We will work together. My job is to make you successful. Okay? And then the syllabus is sometimes, you know, like we may have to change the syllabus. If the change in the syllabus is necessary, I will notify you, okay, through the email, or, you know, like I will tell you in the class or whatever, okay? So I will give you a written notification, okay? Okay, does that make sense? So, yeah, that's all about the syllabus. Do you guys have any questions? Please. Look here, so this is so when you have an account and when you register to MyLab Math, right, you can sign in, like I am signing in here. Look here, I have an account, right? So this is your course, Math 1513 003. You see that? This is your course. I click on your course. So now on the left hand side, on the left hand menu bar, you see the assignment here, right? If you click on the assignments, you will have access to the what? Assignments. Are you with me? So now let's say this is, maybe I have not updated for this semester. We have assignments from the last year. Yeah. So let's say this is the homework for capacity homework. And then on the left hand side you see the gradebook, right? So you can have access to the gradebook in MyLab Math. So this is the gradebook. If you click on the gradebook, you'll have access to your grade. And I told you, MyLab Math In My Lab Math, you have access to the digital copy of the textbook. E-text, electronic version of the textbook, right? So if you look on the left side, did you see that e-text? Did you see that? You click here. Then view the e-text, you click on the e-text again. Yep, so now you have access to the what? Textbook. So let's say you want to go to chapter 1. Did you see that? Equation and inequalities. You click here. See that? And you click here, it will go forward, right? Yeah. Are you guys with me? Yep. So let's say you want to go to chapter 3. Okay, you click here on the left side, the table of contents, right? You scroll down, and you have a chapter 3. This is chapter 1. Chapter 3. Did you see that? Polynomial and rational functions. Are you guys with me? Good. So if you want to go back, you click here, right? The backward arrow and the forward arrow. See that? So now you will have access to the textbook, and then, okay, so on the left side, you can see the tab Multimedia, Multimedia Library. Did you see that? So you see, you have to play with it. When you register to My Lab Math, right? You take like a couple of hours and play with it. You know what I mean? Then you will know, right? Which like a tab is where. You know what I mean that? So like look here in the multimedia library. I clicked on that. So now let's say I want to watch some videos from the chapter 1. Okay? So you see from this drop down menu, let's say I want to watch some videos from the chapter 1. So you select chapter 1, right? Make sense? And then, so let's say I want to watch some videos from section 1.1. So you select sections, and then from the drop down menu you select sections 1.1, right? And then what do you want to do? Video? Okay, you find now. You see the video? And now if I click here, I don't know, does it have a volume or not? Yeah. Did you see that? So these are the videos. So there are so many very nice videos over there, okay? Okay. So and then let's say I want to so from here, from the multimedia library, you will also have access to the what? Textbook. So let's say section 1.1, I want to look at the multimedia textbook. So you select that one. In media type, you select multimedia textbook. You find now. You see that? And click here. Yeah, here you go. You see that? I will have access to the what? Textbook. Okay. So now, sometimes, let's say, you are doing your homework. Let's say I want to show you something here, okay? So let's say you have a over there, right? If you want to do like some homework in look here. So let's say so this is your homework 1. Okay, so let's say you want to solve this equation, okay? Solve the equation. 8x minus 7 equal to 19x plus 15. So you are trying to find the value of x, right? So let's say you don't know how to do this. Suppose you don't know it. Then you, on the bottom, you see the get more help. Did you see that? And you click here, so you can have access to the what? Solution to a similar problem. If you click on the view an example here, you see that? So you can have access to the detailed solution of this equation. Right here, if you click continue, you click continue. Did you see that? Okay. And sometimes they also put like let's say for example, you want to go to the textbook. You can click here. Right? And sometimes they also put videos. And I don't know whether they have here. No, this no. Yeah, you see that? So this is the equation we have to solve, right? We need to find the value of t. Now if you click on the get more help on the bottom of the screen, right? So if you click here, so now you'll have access to a similar problem, solution to a similar problem. And you also have access to the what? Video. You can click here. You see? So that means you have a lot of resources. Okay? So I am here to help you. There is my lab math. They have a video. They have some examples. Right? PowerPoint slides. And there are somebody waiting in the tutoring center to help you, right? And there is somebody in the tutor.com, right? They are also waiting for you to help. So what I'm saying is you have a lot of resources. And you have to use that. You have to utilize that to be successful in this class. Okay. Do you guys have any questions so far? No? Did I make it clear? Good. Okay. So do you guys know equation? What is an equation? So how do you define equation? If you have some algebraic expression, right? So if you have any statement, right, with the equality sign, you have expressions, right? So you have two expressions, and they are related by the what? Equality sign, or they are equal. So these are an examples of equation, like x plus 2 equal to 9. X squared minus 2x minus 1 equal to 0. Right? And this, if you want to solve an equation, so that means you are trying to find the value of x. Right? So the value of x is called solution to the equation, or root of the equation. So if a number is a solution to the equation, it is the solution of the equation, the number must satisfy that equation. Is that right? So look here. So these are the properties of equality. If A equal to B, then A plus C equal to B plus C. So if you have three real numbers, A, B, and C, right? You have three real numbers, A, B, and C. So they are three real numbers, okay? They are real numbers. Real numbers. So if you have A equal to B, so if you want to add C on both sides, so what will happen? You have A plus C on the left side, you have a B plus C on the right side, and they must be equal. But you can take simple example. You guys know this, right? 4 equal to 4, right? So give me a number. I want to add the number you give to me on both sides. So give me one number.
6.
6. Right? So let's add 6 on both sides. So this will be 4 plus 6. It will be also 4 plus 6, right? So what is 4 plus 6? 10. And this is equal to what? 10. You see that? So if A equal to B, then A plus C equal to what? B plus C. So the thing is, the idea is you can add the same number on both sides of the equation. Make sense? So for example, let's say I have an equation here, x minus 6 equals to 3. So this is an equation, right? Because you have a two expression, this and this, right? And the equal sign here, right? So now you see we can add the same number on both sides, because this property allows you to do that, right? So what will happen if I add 6 on both sides? So this says if I add 6 on both sides, this is x minus 6 plus 6 equal to 3 plus 6. I can do that, right? I can add the same number on both sides, right? And then this negative 6 and positive 6, you can cancel them, which is 0, right? And that will give you x equal to what? 9. And this is a what? This is called a solution. It is called a root of this equation. And if this is a solution, this value of x must satisfy this equation. So when you plug in back, what will happen? You have a 9 minus 6. You check that, right? So what is 9 minus 6? 3 equal to 3. This is true. Is that right? So that's why this is a solution. X equal to 9. Did I make sense here? Yeah. So the same number may be added to each side of the equation, right, without changing the solution set. Now another one is you can multiply both sides of the equation by the same number. You can also multiply. Let's say, for example, if I have 7 equal to 7, I can multiply both sides of this equation by the same number. Give me a number. Can you give me a number? 5. You multiply this by 5. So what is 5 times 7? 35. And this 5 times 7 is 35. This is still true. Right? And now in the equation, so let's say I have a 3 over 4x minus 5 equal to 2 over, let's say, 6. Right? This is an equation, right? So now, you see, let's say I want to multiply, because this is an equation and I can multiply both sides of the equation by the same number, right? So let's say I want to multiply both sides of the equation by, let's say, 12. I want to multiply this by 12. Make sense? I want to multiply this by 12. But I have to multiply both sides by the same number. Right? That makes sense? Because it does not change the solution set. I can multiply both sides by the same number. So now this is 12 times 3 over 4x minus this 12 times 5 is 60, right? I distribute this, right? 12 times 3 over 4x minus 12 times 5 is 60, and this 2 times 12 is 24 over 6. Make sense? So now you guys know you can do like a 12 times 3 is 36, 36 over 4 is 9x. You can do that way, right? Or you can say, hey, this is 12, this is 4, 4 times 3 is 12, right? Because 12 divided by 4 is 3, right? 3 times 3 is 9x minus 60 equals to, what is 24 divided by 6? 4, right? Right? And then remember, we can add the same number on both sides of the equation without changing the solution set. Is that right? So can I add 60 on both sides? Are you with me, guys? Right? So I can add 60 on both sides, because negative 60, positive 60 is 0. Make sense? And 9x equal to what? 4 plus 60. What is 4 plus 60? 64. Good job. And then you divide both sides by what? 9. Right? You cross them out. And x equal to what? 64 over 9. So now look here, guys. So we are solving an equation here, right? So solving an equation means finding the value of x. Is that right? Right? So that means we need to isolate x. Right? So why did I add 60 here? Because I want to isolate the term that contains x. I want to isolate 9x. You know what I mean? And I did the same thing here. Hey, I have x minus 6 equal to 3. My goal is to find the value of x. So I need to isolate x. Right? And so that's why I add 6 on both sides. Because if I add 6, this negative 6 plus 6 is 0, right? That makes sense? Yeah. Okay. So now this is, if you have 3 real numbers, a, b, and c, and if you have a equal to b, we can multiply both sides by a non-zero number c. C is not equal to 0. Okay, so we can do AC equal to BC. Make sense? Good. So the linear equation in one variable, you have ax plus b equal to 0. So a linear equation in one variable is defined as ax plus b equal to 0, where a is not equal to 0. So that means, now look here guys, this is the linear equation in one variable, okay? Ax plus b equal to 0. So this a here is not equal to 0. If a is 0, it is no more linear, right? If a is 0, you will have what? 0 times x is 0, and 0 plus b is b, right? B equal to 0. So there is no variable, right? So that's why a cannot be 0. Okay. So if you have a degree of the variable is 1, we call that type of linear equation is the what? First degree equation. Okay? So, and if the degree is greater than 1, they are called non-linear. If you look here, this x squared plus 3x plus 0.2, right? It has a degree 2. Make sense? And it has a degree 1 over 2. Because radical x means x to the power 1/2. You guys know that, right? So radical x. This is x to the power 1/2. And remember, if you have an nth root of x, this is my n, okay? So if you have an nth root of x, this is x to the power 1 over n. If you have a cube root here, if you have a cube root of x, so this is x to the power what? 1 over 3. So this is exactly, this is a radical equation. You see that? So now, this is quadratic. This is a rational equation. Linear. Because the degree of x, you see the 1, right? X to the power 1. Linear. Linear. Make sense? So now if you want to solve this equation, so let me show the slideshow for you. So let's say you want to solve this linear equation, okay? So you have 3 times 2x minus 4 equal to 7 minus x plus 5. So you have to solve this. So that means you are trying to find the value of x. So our goal is to find the value of x. Okay? So the first step here, so what can you do here? Any idea? So what is the first step? Exactly. You distribute 3. Right? So what is 3 times 2x? 6x. Positive times negative is negative, right? Are you with me? Because this is positive 3. We don't write positive here, but this is positive 3. You guys know that, right? Or you can say 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Right? And then this is equal to 7. And what do you do here? This is negative parenthesis x plus 5, right? So what do you do here? Distribute. Remember, this negative here, it also has a 1, but we do not write that. You know what I mean? So negative parenthesis x plus 5 means we still have a 1 here. So there are so many conventions, you know what I mean? Like we just like a thing, hey, if you write 2, so this, you know this 2 has the denominator what? 1, right? But we never write 2 over 1, do we? No. We have a 2, it has the exponent 1, right? 2 to the power 1, but we never write that. So this negative x plus 5 means you still have a negative 1 here. So now, if you distribute this, so negative 1 times x is negative x, right? And negative 1 times positive 5, what is this is? Negative 5, right? Okay, so now, goal is to find the value of x. Right? So we have to put x on one side and the constant or the numbers on the other side. Is that right? We have to group x terms. Make sense? So now you have this x on the right side, negative x here, and you have a 6x. So we want to group them. We want to put them together. Right? So what do we need to do to put them together? Exactly. Add what? Exactly. Add x on both sides. And this negative x, positive x, you cross them out, right? So 6x plus x, this is 7x, minus 12 equal to, what is 7 minus 5? 2. Right? And now you see, so this is 7x minus 12 equal to 2. So you add, and now you have to isolate x. So if you want to isolate x, you add 12 on both sides. You cross them out. Right? And now, are you guys with me? Because we isolated. Why did I add 12 on both sides? To isolate x term. Right? So now this is 7x equals to 2 plus 12, which is what? 14. And then you divide. Now, you see, you need to isolate x. What is the coefficient of x here? Yeah. 7, right? So you need to get rid of this 7. Which is, you need to divide both sides by 7, right? You can divide both sides of equation by the same number without changing the what? Solution set. So now here you divide both sides by 7. So now this is, you see the 7 over 7 is 1, right? So this is x, 1 times x is x. Are you with me? Or you can cancel them, you can cross them out. Make sense? So the x equal to, so what is 14 over 7? 2. So now, if you plug in back 2 here, you see if you plug in back 2 here, 2 times 2 is 4, right? Right? So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 minus 4 is 0, is that right? See that? If you plug in back here, let me show that. So 3, 2 times 2, I'm just like you plug in like a value of x equal to 2 here. This is 2 times 2 minus 4 equal to, you have a 7 minus, you you plug in value of x equal to 2 here, right? This is 2 plus 5. So now this is 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 4, right? Right? So now this is 7 equal to 7 minus this 2 plus 5 is what? 7. You got it? And now this 3, what is 4 minus 4? 4 minus 4 is 0, right? So equal to what is 7 minus 7? 0. I'm checking it, so put question mark here. Now, what is 3 times 0? 0 equal to 0, which is what? True. Right? So that means this is a solution to this equation. So now the thing is this, guys, if you do not understand this, because sometimes it's going to be hard to follow everything what I wrote on the board. I understand that. So that's why we have office hour. You know what I mean? Or you can pause me. You can ask me, hey, I didn't get that. I am very open, you know what I mean? I'm very frank. Just do not hesitate. Don't be shy to ask questions. Nobody knows everything. Nobody. Nobody is perfect. Never think that I am an instructor. Maybe I know more than you. But it does not mean like, hey, I know everything. No, that's not true. So that's like, you be very frank, don't be shy, be very open, and then if you don't know, say, I don't know it. But you need to have an appetite. You need to have a hunger to eat math. Does that make sense? Yeah, so that's the way of learning. You go back home, sit down, think. You have a problem, you know what I mean? Like you do, hey, why these steps matters? Why this is true? How did we get this from that? Does that make sense? So that's the way of learning, guys. So you're like, you sit down, like I did this problem, right? There are so many problems in the book. After you have access to My Lab Math, right? You can look here, maybe I will post some homework. And you sit down, you think, like try to do on your own. And if you make a mistake, that's okay. Everybody makes mistakes. Learning without mistake is not possible. You know what I mean? Don't get frustrated. You don't have to be stressed out. If you make a mistake, that's the opportunity to learn. So think in that way, okay? And then every time if you have any questions or any concerns, let me know. Let me know. Keep in touch with me if you have any questions. Right? And think very, very positive. That makes sense, guys? Okay. So now you see, like here, you find the least common denominator, right? And then multiply both sides by the what? Least common denominator. Okay? You see that? So 3, 2, 4, 3. You see that, right? So what is the least common denominator? It's 12. You multiply both sides by 12 and isolate the variable x. That makes sense? Okay. So now I want to stop here. I will see you on Thursday. You have a good semester, okay?